What is going on, y'all? This video is going to be talking about the mindset of consistently profitable traders guy right here. Basically, I wanted to make some more psychology videos to really talk about and hone in on why A, we can't maintain an account. B, once we got payout, was so hard to really tackle the consistently profitable. I'm realizing that it's a lot more psychology than it's strategy. Strategies honestly really don't matter. People trade VWAP, support and resistance, supply and demand, ICT concepts, whatever. It doesn't really matter. Like I said, every strategy kind of works as long as you got the right proper risk management. Where I think everybody will agree as you get on and start trading more and more and more time on the charts is the psychology part starts to really start to kick in on what to do and how to do this and how should you view this, and having something like that to believe in and just be able to have that consistency that you want to just be a part of, not having to arrive at it. It's just you are there and you can consistently do it. But I think there's ways you got to look at it, and there's ways for you to kind of get better and improve on it. I'm trying to improve on it as much as possible every single day. And I think this is some things that I'm working on as well. So I love making these videos because I'm working on this as well. And I'm pretty much just like coaching myself as I'm like helping others as well. So this is something I'm doing literally as we speak. So it is working. And I want to consistently talk about this psychology. So I'm gonna make some more videos, gonna make some more series, but this one we're gonna be talking the mindset of consistently profitable traders. One of the biggest mistakes new traders make is believing that profitable traders just have better strategy. But the truth is, the biggest difference struggling traders and profitable traders is the mindset, the way profitable traders think about the market, the way they manage the account, the way they approach the risk is completely different from most beginners. And once you understand that difference, right, your entire approach to trading can change. So in this video, I want to break down the mindset of consistently profitable traders. I think the idea is, again, we want to start holding in what's the point of passing account, what's the point of getting one payout, what's the point of getting these accounts, whatever the case, prop firm or personal account, and then the next day is blown, right? Or the next week is blown. And I'm not saying that I have never done that. I'm saying that what is the sheer difference of looking at capital, the way that you can trade, the way that you can start understanding it to a point where it's like you can start taking steps away for that not to happen. So the first one is going to be the first thing, the mindset shift. Trading is not about getting rich quickly. That is something that I had. It's really big. You got to sit with yourself with the emotions of like, why do you want to get rich quick? Like, what? Why do you not want to just take time and blow like increase the count slowly? The way you want to turn a small account into a huge account as fast as possible. So they start oversizing trades. They overtrade. They chase the market. And when the trade goes against them, they refuse to accept the loss. Because in their mind, every trade feels like a big win. But profitable traders think this is completely different. They understand that trading is not about hitting home runs. It's about protecting capital and slowly growing over time. I did not want to do this. I can't even move it. I did not want to do it. I think everybody, instantly, you don't want to do this, right? And this is the one that you really got to face and look at. If you have multiple prop firms, if you have multiple accounts, wherever your risk reward is, you got 50K account, 150K account, you have to be okay with risking a small amount and allow it to overgrow over time. Some people are great at just over risking and doing it. That's great. That's good for them. Majority of people, I'm assuming majority of people struggle with this because this is something you don't do. You don't grow the account slowly. If you're able to grow the account slowly, you're able to give yourself enough time to then leverage whatever strategy you got to be able to actually improve yourself in the account. I'm probably going to talk about this 10 different times in this video, but has this ever happened to you where you over risk in the trade, blow the account, and then you say, well, I'm gonna go to the practice account the next day, next couple days I'm gonna stay in the practice account, and you start crushing it. And you like, if I had took these same wins on the account that I just blown, I would be able to actually be past the account and or be up in the account even more, even with that loss, if I had made my risk smaller to where I could be okay with that small loss or walk away from the day, right? Have a daily loss limit to be able to provide yourself some more losses. If you go on a loss or you losing streak, you're not overcompensating for it, right? I think that's what we all do. We overcompensate for it. So then you start going tilt and stuff like that. But if you have a key level of like, I want to take more trades, I want to have to take more trades, then now you just rely on yourself to just come up here, arrive on the time, be disciplined, come, take trade, do what you got to do, move off, take trade, you want to start just continuously doing that. And that's what I'm trying to that's what we're trying to imprint in our heads and what we want to do as profitable traders, because we have to see ourselves as profitable traders even before we become it. To become it, you have to see yourself before yourself arrive. They treat their account, they treat their trading account in the same way a business owner treats their capital. The first priority is not making money. The first priority is not losing money that I already have. So biggest thing, like I said, lowering my risk and then trying my best to consistently be okay with that. Like I said, lower my risk, but being more attentive, like, okay, how much we're risking, or how long I let the trade run, and stuff like that. Again, I think strategy doesn't really matter. In my opinion, it's just more about what are you trading and how you trading it, and how you continue to keep on trading it. How profitable traders look at their account. One of the biggest mindset shifts a trader can make is how they view their account balance. Beginners see their account as money is gambled with. Profitable traders see their account as inventory. Just like a store owner protects their products of their store, a trader protects the capital in their account, because without capital, there's no trading. Right? If you blow the account, you can't. If you blow the account or whatever the case may be, you have to go get a fresh one. You gotta get a new one, and it's only delaying you from what you're trying to accomplish, anyways. So it's like, if you can start having a way to be able to continue to grow the account, you won't have to therefore trade a different account and then have to restart over. Right? There's no trading. You can't do anything. If the account's gone, you can't do anything. That's what I'm trying to get to. So every decision they make, that starts with one question: does this trade protect my capital? If the answer is no, they simply don't take the trade. I would like to view this question, or the way I look at it. Again, this is a way of looking at it for me personally as well. And to another spinoff on this way of looking at it is looking at the account or looking at a trade that you want to take, and looking at it is, do you want to pay for this information? Right? Do you want to pay for this information, whether you right or wrong? Are you willing to pay for it? That way, I'm not talking about if I win. I'm not talking about if I lost. I'm literally just sitting and talking about, before I take a trade, I'm looking at, do I want to pay for this information? And that way, it takes the idea of me winning it or losing it out of the picture. Because it's like, if I'm really sitting and paying for the information, I feel like I'm not correct. It's kind of like, if I lose, I got more information, right? I got more information it's an exchange. You want to be able to have your losses to where it makes more sense to you, making sure that it's not, if you win and you lose, it's like this big old dip. You want to have it to where if you win, that's great. If you lose and you followed your plan and you were paying for information, that's great. They have to be on the same playing field. I just feel like when one's over win is you're really happy, and then if you lose, you're really, you're in the dumps. You're gonna start, like, it's like a, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a swing where you're gonna be emotionally battling yourself throughout the whole day, when you just viewed it as you're exchanging your, the profit or stop loss for information. The question is, are you going to continuously take trades that are worth the information? That is going to get you over the hump. And I really do believe that. Professional approach to risk. This is more of a looking at the, well, I'll just read it, because it says, like, most consistent profitable traders risk only a small percentage of the account on each trade, often risk around 1% less. Beginners to feel frustrated because risking small amounts means profits grow slower. But what beginners fail to understand, that small risk allows you to survive strong losing streaks. Again, that's why I was like 1%. That's going to, now you talk about prop firms, absolutely something around that ballpark. If you're talking about your own capital and stuff like that, obviously it's going to be dictating on what your risk management is. I will say, as long as you need to be able to survive, small risk allows you to survive losing streaks. So in that 50K account, ideally, and if you got a pass and like that, me personally don't want to lose 1% or 400, 500, or 1% in one day, and that allows you to survive losing streaks, which is very huge, because you don't know if you're gonna go on a losing streak or not. Maybe you didn't see the market clear, maybe your bias wasn't clear, and you took some trades, and you're allowing yourself to be human. I feel like this is what this allows you to do. This allows you to be human, in my opinion. This allows you to be human and just consistently just take good trades. Because the other way of looking at this, and you risking a high, 2% for each trade, you're thinking about it, you think my psychology is thinking like, I have to be dead right about this trade, because then I know, like, my next trade is over. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm literally having to be right. I'm not. It's no other way of looking at it. I need to be right. I gotta be right. And if I'm not right, I'm losing my mind. So all that pressure just came on, just literally just because I was oversized and not allowing myself to be like, okay, it's going to take me a while to pass this count, or not pass this count. Excuse me. Once you pass the count, it's going to take you a while to get the payout and stuff like that. But if I'm able to sustain this over time, then what is the rush? And that is the biggest thing. A question I've had to literally ask myself multiple times, because if you survive your losing streak, you get to that winning curve, and then you start learning stuff more about your strategy, or more things about you could have done differently. So you start, the more longer you're in the count, you're going to improve even that much better. So definitely take that for notes. Losing streaks are inevitable in trading. But even the best trades in the world have periods where trades don't work. The difference is the professional traders survive those periods because their risk is controlled. Have a daily loss limit. Well, yeah, I say 1% or something like that. Maybe a little less than 1% if you want. If you want to be really, really like specific about it, but it needs to be something where it makes sense to your risk reward, your win rate. It's not, and I don't really huge on win rate, because it depends if you're going for ones or twos and stuff like that. But I would say you just want to make sure that you're risking a proper amount from the account balance, and that's the biggest thing. From wherever it's a 1 or 2, 1 or 3, and the win ratio X, Y, Z. I'm big on, can you take multiple losses, whatever you're risking? Can you take multiple losses and still have the account? That's my biggest thing about that. Long-term perspective, another huge difference is mindset. Mindset is time horizon. Most beginners evaluate their trading based on individual trades. They ask questions like, "What is this trade win or loss?" But profitable traders look at terms of large sample sizes. They know what one trade means nothing, 5 trades mean nothing, even 20 trades mean nothing. And what matters is how the strategy performs over hundreds of trades. Because trading is a probability game, and probabilities only play out over time. You need to give yourself that room and that cushion to be able to let trades play out. Some of y'all are trading for, say you got a week of trading, Tuesday you're already, the count is blown. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying I was not one of those people, right? I'm saying like it just, when you hindsight, it's like, yo, let's slow down. What's the rush? Let me find my groove and what strategy I like, and let's it just keep on taking those same type of trades, right? And allow myself to, over time, the equity curve, give it breathing room. And by giving the breathing room, take your lower risk and be able to understand, I'm going to take some time in this count, but I am going to overachieve what I'm going to be doing anyways. Because if you got multiple accounts and X, Y, and Z, we're not going to talk about that right now, but it really, over time, it pays out. We just want the instant gratification that we will talk about later in a different video. One of the emotional discipline, this will be another video. I want to talk literally a whole video about emotional state. One of the hardest parts of trading is controlling emotional reactions. Markets move quickly, money is constantly fluctuating, and that can trigger powerful emotions. Fear when a trade goes against you, greed when a trade moves in your favor, frustration during losing streaks. But profit traders develop the ability to stay emotionally neutral. They don't get overexcited when they win. They don't panic when they lose. They simply focus on executing their plan because they understand the emotional trading almost leads to poor decision. It almost, I would say, every single time it does. The biggest thing, again, what helped me with this, fear, greed, frustration, all that good stuff, is looking at the trading as you're exchanging for information. That was my biggest thing. Lowering the risk, yes, and then also looking at the viewing a loss as viewing it as information. Because I'm like, if I lose this, I would tell myself, like, if I'm in trade, I'm like, if I lose this, okay, that means that this bias is this, and then I could be aiming or looking towards sell side liquidity or wherever the case is. But I'm like, if this trade is fruitful, I'll be looking for this, and I'm looking for this exit, right, of the trade. So I'm like, whether we do X, Y, Z, if it hits my stop loss, I'm okay. I'll still breathe. I still have another trading account. I still am okay inside the trading account, and allow myself to really view the losses. That's where my biggest thing was viewing the losses as not losses, but as an exchange for information. Because if I'm exchanging something, I didn't really lose it. I paid for it, right? So it makes more sense to me and my ego and my greed and my fear to kind of submit to that idea of looking at it. The importance of patience. Patience is another trait that profitable traders develop over time. Many beginners feel like they need to be in the market constantly. They feel uncomfortable when they're not trading, so they start forcing trades when they aren't really there. But experienced traders understand something important: the best trades are often rare, and waiting for those high probability sales require patience. Now, this biggest thing, I don't know what definite, like, I like saying rare, but what I mean by rare is like, um I only like taking trades with a higher time frame. So out of the whole day of a trading day, typically maybe I see one. I would say between out of the whole New York session or AM session, PM session, all that good stuff, I'll probably see 1 to 3 good trades, right? And sometimes you see one, sometimes I don't see none. But like majority, I would say if I had to give a idea, I see 1 to 3 good trades. And I'm framing it off of the 15 minute, maybe going to the 5 minutes like that. But I say that to say this is, it's not like it's a 10 or 15 good trades in one day. In my opinion, it's not, because if I'm only going with a higher time frame trades, that means I'm waiting for like substantial pullbacks, or I'm waiting for this low to be breaking. Until that low gets breaking, I gotta wait for 2 hours for that low to be breaking to confirm a market shift, because it confirms that we're going to go into daily a daily target, right? So with that being said, it's not a lot of good trades for me personally. So with that else being said, I need to have patience, because if I'm not only going to be taking only trades on the higher time frame, that means I need to also understand that if I'm not gonna get a single trade, I'm not gonna get a trade every single hour, right? And that's something I had to come on coach with, right? Because I want to keep on trading, I want to keep on trading, but it's like I'm slowly eating at the profits if I just waited for a higher time frame confluence, then take the trade. I'm just it just works better for me, and I'm just something I'm trying to submit with and continue to improve on, and that's just something that again I talk about a lot. Again, because in trading, quality matters far more than quality. Kind of the same thing I just said. Again, me personally, my strategy focuses on high time frame, and since I have focus on high time frame, I need more. I want to have a lot of great trades, in my opinion, and throughout the day. The habit of continuous improvement. Constantly profitable traders are always reviewing and improving their process. They join the trades, analyze the markets, track the patterns and the performance. Instead of blaming the market goes wrong, the answer is what could I have done better. A mindset allows you to gradually refine their strategy and execution. Over time, they see small improvements compound into consistent performance. This is huge as well. And here's the funny thing about it. You won't get to this part. I'm experiencing this in real time. You won't get to this part unless you're in the account long enough to experience yourself go through drawdown or go through a losing streak or lose. You know what I'm saying? Like you won't, because the thing about it, if you're always blowing you're always blowing accounts. You never can improve, gradually refine the strategy, because it's like you don't, you're always starting with a fresh new account. So if you were able to really graduate, like really grow the account, you're going to see, oh well, I could do this differently. I could do this. Oh, last week I did this, and then then you can go back and look at your own data. Like you can be, oh, last week I did this. What did I do 2 weeks before that? Oh, okay, so now let me see what I did with that win and that loss. Okay, then you start like compiling this data, because now it's like it's a clean sheet data, right? I don't have to grab no any accounts that I blown and stuff like that. I can really just go back and look at the current account and go back maybe like a month of progress that I've done. And it's like that helps you kind of find or fine tune your own strategy within the same account, because that helps you. It not only helps you mentally, but it helps you like data wise. You can see like, okay, I did this, I did this, I did this. Okay, let me work on this X, Y, and Z. So this, I feel like this is not talked about enough. This really, in my opinion, does not really get better until you're in seeing with yourself in one account, or seeing yourself in a couple accounts and you've been with it 2, 3, 4 weeks, some months and stuff like that, and really starting to like find what really works for you. Growth mindset. Finally, a profit trader approach to find trading with a growth mindset. They understand that mastery takes time. Expert, they expect setbacks. They expect difficult periods, but instead of getting discouraged, they treat those moments as part of the learning process. Because becoming a great trader isn't about avoiding mistakes; it's about learning from them and growing to continue to improve. Literally, what I talked about at the very beginning. If you're lowering your risk, it allows you to make mistakes. You actually can be human, right? And there's nothing wrong with that, because obviously you may make mistakes. You might go on the win streak, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's okay with that. But if you are over risking, you don't have enough capital in your account, and you blow the account, it is no time for error. Like, it's no error that can ever happen. And then me personally, that gave me more anxiety than anything, because I thought about it, I'm like, bro, if I'm risking 800 per trade on a 50K account, bro, I can only lose what, twice? And I'm not, now I'm like, I'm really like picky, or I'm really telling myself, oh well, I don't want to take this, I don't want to take this trade because I don't want to lose it. I don't want to take this trade and lose it. So either what happened for me was I wasn't even taking trades, like, because I'm like, I'm nervous that if I lose this trade, which is some of these trades I won, I would have won, but I was nervous to even take it because my risk is just way too high. And that would kind of got me into this like really finding tune the mindset and everything like that. So that's been helping me. I hope I gave some more information. I'll try to get some more information in the channel. I really want to talk about the emotional standpoint of trading, like the emotional standpoint of all the things you're going to feel emotionally, up in the account, bad in the account, all the good stuff that helps you to derail that. But yeah, I hope this video helps. I don't want to talk about the last part. I think we kind of, beat the dead horse, that you get profitable, or it helps you become profitable, lowering your risk, understand you need to have slow growth. But how you do that, I think I contextualized that in this video. And also, free chat in Discord. Feel free to jump in Discord, want some more help, want some more psychology, coaching, anything like that. I'll be there to help you. And help you improve, that I'm improving, that I'm getting better, I'm trying to get better. So it's not like I'm not looking down on you. Like it's like whoever's looking at each other and trying to help build that consistency and things that it's helped me that I want to put back into the channel and stuff like that. So this is what this video is for. So yeah, I don't make this video too long, but it's pretty long already. But I feel like there's a lot of stuff that's important. So I'm going to stop right there and see you on the next video.